In this video we will complete the design of the flywheel. I will click this flywheel and right click, and I will also choose zoom to selection. So I will resize the flywheel. I click that so that we see the handles. I will change the diameter to 55, and the thickness will be 10 millimeters. And then we will hollow out this side. I will use a H cylinder to do that. Drag an H cylinder, drop it here in the center, and we'll change the diameter to 50, and the depth will be 3 millimeters. And then we will create a hub in the center. So I will drag a cylinder, left drag a cylinder, drop it here, and that's snapping point, and change the diameter to 14, and the height will be the same as the depth. So I will right click this handle, I'll click to point, and I will click to that edge, on that edge, like so, that we have the thickness of 3 millimeters. Then we will use this command, draft faces, because we want to angle this face and that one too. So but first I will select the flywheel, so that in part level, and right click and part properties and rendering, because I want to increase the smoothness. Increase to 50, click OK, like so. Well, draft faces, I will use that command, and if we come over to the property browser, we see that draft type neutral plane, sorry, that neutral plane will be the bottom here. I click that, I click the bottom, and we see a plane, the neutral plane. And then we come over to selection options, draft faces. Well, I want that face and that one to be drafted. You can click the faces if you want, but if you come down here to search options, we can also make IronCAD to select that faces for us. So I will click all faces, and we see that then the IronCAD will select all faces that are connected to the neutral plane. So and then it is these two that I wanted to draft, and so that's okay. That's a good selection. And the draft angle will be 20 degrees. And if we click the preview button, you will see that's a preview how it will look like when we click OK. So I will click OK here, and now the faces are drafted, like so. And we need also to create a hole here, because I want to create a circular pattern of the hole. So I will drag an H cylinder, drop it here in at the bottom, and change the diameter to 10 millimeters, and the hole will go right through. So I will grab that handle and snap to that face. Then we will create a circle pattern using that hole, and I will also use this command, pattern feature. But first we have to place the hole in the right position or right location. So I will use the center of the flywheel as a reference point. So I will turn on the tribal, I will select that 2D handle and right click to center point of the hub, and then I will grab that handle, drag upward a bit, like so, and I will type 17 and turn off the tribal. So when the hole is selected, I will come up here to select pattern feature. Then we come over to the property browser. We see the pattern type. We have 5 different types, and we will use circle pattern. So if you click that button, and IronCAD wants us to choose which axis do you want to choose. Well, that one. And the count or number of holes will be 6. Perhaps you have 4 as a default, but we will type 6. And if you don't see the preview of the holes, you have to click that button up here, the preview button. Then you can also choose evenly spaced or fixed spaced. In our case, we will choose evenly spaced. If you click fixed spaced, in this case, you will see now, because its angle is 90 degrees, it will only show 4 holes because it's 90 degrees between the holes. So if I type 60 degrees, for instance, then I will have 6 holes. But I will type 90, and I will also click evenly spaced, like so. And then I will click OK to get my circle pattern. And then I will blend the edges, all edges. So I will click blend edges, and I will click the button here. And so we also choose radius 1 millimeter. And then I will click that face, and also this face, so that we have the edges will be blended. And I will also click that face, like so. And then I click OK. Well, if we look at on the other side, we'll see that these holes or edges are not blended. But I want them blended too. So instead of choosing blend edges once again, I will select the flywheel, and I will expand that part, and then I will right click this blend and come to edit feature options. And now I can select that face to add that face to this selection, and then I will click OK, and I have blended these edges too. Well, we need a hole for the shaft also, so I will drag a cylinder, H cylinder, drop it here in the center. I will change the diameter to 5 millimeters, and it will go right through, and it does. But I want that edge to be blended too, and also this one. Instead of choosing another blend edges, and also right click the blend here in the property browser or the scene browser, I can grab this H cylinder, because you see it is at the bottom. I drag it above the blend feature. Now the blend feature will affect these edges too. So now all edges are blended. So I will select the flywheel so that it is selected in part level, and then I will come over to the property browser, and I will change the name. Username will be flywheel. I'll copy, and I will paste it here, and the part number will be 108, and I will also change the color. Smart paint settings, I will choose that color, like so. Then I will move it to the center of this bushing. So I will select the flywheel, and the anchor is at that side. So I turn on the tribal, it will be placed there. Then I will grab the center handle, drag it to the center of that hole. But if it's difficult to find the center of the hole, you can press and hold the shift key, and you can come over to the circle or an edge. When you hold the shift key, the smart snap function will help you to find the center. So when you release the left mouse button, it will be placed in the center of the hole. Then I turn off the tribal, and I will also go back to my starting view, also use fit scene, and after that I will save the scene.